High blood pressure is one of the first, one of the popular things that kills parents. So if you want your parents to be alive, you want your parents to be around, but they don't listen. You know they're supposed to be taking their drugs. The medication that was written for them, like because you understand it, or you don't even know how to explain it to them, call me. I'm getting on the phone. Then you pay for it, $10. I should get across to you, or you can. Um, let me know. Don't know restrictions. Uh, Again, hypertension. I'll like to explain it. You try and explain to them, but if you can't, let me know. I'll go ahead and the heart is this like a muscle valve. It's connected to tiny pipes that send blood out to the whole body. So the pipes will come back to the heart. So just think about it like a bag that has a pipe going out and one pipe coming back. That's the dual circulatory system. It's just that when the pipe moves out, it has branches that goes everywhere. And then has branches that collects the thing back and then comes back through one pipe back to the heart. So one big pipe is the heart, one big pipe comes back. And even this separate and form points, just man, vessels are seen everywhere. So then when you cut somebody and person bleeds, that person bled from the small pipe, you didn't even see it, you know. But they are all over the place everywhere. And they're moving blood. What does blood do? Blood takes food that you eat and air that you eat from the points where you the air put those things and takes it to the blood. So when you breathe in air, blood carries it from your chest and takes it everywhere it needs. The air you breathe in, you know, is required. That oxygen is needed at 10%. So the blood that goes and catches that oxygen and takes it to the air. You feel the whole oxygen. It's blood that goes, all the nutrients are in play that your body needs. It's blood that brings your correct seeds and takes it to everywhere that's going to be used. You know. So to perform that motion, blood is carrying two pipes everywhere in the body. For some reason, when people get older, their pipes become tinier than they should be. So a pipe that should be the size of, I used to use the diaries for instance. The pipe that should be this size, all of a sudden, almost this size. Yeah, so if it's 5 liters, I'm supposed to push this pipe. And I have to do this pipe. You are really be prepared hell, you know, to using force to push this. And the guy who's pumping through the pipes is your heart. It's going, you know, it's not pushing the blood to push the blood out to make the blood push it and bring it out. So if it's going to pump through this type of size now, instead of through this size, the force it will need to push blood. And blood is not even water. Think about blood, how it is not water. So you're going to push something that's through this instead of this. Find out that the pressure and the amount of work it has to do pass through this thing. And that work the heart is doing is telling on the heart, but you don't tell me because you don't know how to does not show any sign, it doesn't cause pain. It just makes the heart get tired and you don't know. When the heart is not as given on, that's when you know and you faint. The heart will need to pump again. So it was really so as it's completely contracting, sending blood out, people's out, then blood out, contract, sense it out, people's brings it back. But if you keep stressing your heart, because you're hypertensive and you don't know, like hypertensive and you know, but you don't feel anything, so you just let it be. Let them be drugs to baby. You have to send that pressure to the nose. And it will keep pushing against that amount of pressure. And get tired of pushing. But like I used to explain, what is the club yourself? I don't mind being there. Then it gets tired of pushing. Um, this is what happens. So instead of the complete contraction, I was saying before, you don't have something like this. And again, the heart is located here. It's supposed to push, it's supposed to be forced to send blood up. And that's supposed to be forced because what the heart does when it squeezes, the pushing blood out. When it opens up, it sucks the blood back. So it's pushing blood out and sucking it back. So that is doing him and then doing sucking back, then to and then she's like so he pushes blood goes, and then it goes. It's almost like that's what the heart does. So if you can no longer do it, it's now so it's not pushing blood on the out. So it's not sucking back in. So what happens on the pushing side of things, the heart is there. Everything above the chest will not get blood because the first system not send it up. The person will create easier fall. Then the sucking part of things, the heart can suck and back enough as it used to, and it goes through. He goes, of course, the little thing just pull. No, you pin is trying to suck back will be down. And if your hands around down for long, it make your legs swell because the blood will be inside those vessels. Almost like if you picture when you pour water inside the nylon, waterproof nylon bag. After a while, the water starts leaking out. That's what happens. Because it's not supposed to be leaking like that. You start leaking. The legs come and make the two legs swell up. So you know people, your parents feel like they also have the legs swell. That's heart failure. The heart has failed. There are some things that can be done on that level. But usually that's what prevent, try to prevent it. Try to avoid it. Again, if you have heart failure from having high blood pressure, you need to take 2 classes of drugs now. You need to take drugs to manage your blood pressure and drugs to manage the failure. Because the heart has to beat now for you to be alive. So we need the drugs now to make the heart beat stronger. And I used to say, when you now have to swallow drugs, make your heart beat. It means the drugs now your heart. So any day you forget, like a human being that can forget one day or two, you have forgotten to swallow your heart. And that day maybe the day you call the Lord that you can beat your faith. So if you have a parent who's not listening, you say, when I'm young, I tell you, I have a tendency to that. Yeah, that's I'm saying, jump. So I only think to work. Well, most of the drugs will give you, if they give you side effects, they give side effects with it. So you can adjust them. And most of them, again, they're excreted in the urine unchanged. So if you take 10 milligrams, sometimes if you not check in the urine, what comes out is 10 milligrams. Some of the drugs that give side effects in the long term are drugs where you take 10 milligrams and then you urinate. You're having like 7 milligrams out or 6. The other 4 will stay somewhere. Then you cannot take it again. And then 36 will come out. The other 4 will stay somewhere. And then the 4 will get down relative. Also, you can create a problem. But BP drugs, then you take it every day because most of it is excreted. If it accumulates in that manner, sometimes the accumulation can make your BP normal. You should not take it. But because it's not accumulated, you have to take it again take it again next year. So if you think about the risk versus the reward of carrying pressure that will not give you sign until the first sign of high blood pressure is either is true or the person faints in the market. When the faints in the market, they just have heart failure. Usually they come from the fainting, but that has to beat hair. When it's a stroke, not a stroke is an insult to the brain now. And the brain doesn't have too much time to stay under that type of insult. So if it's blood flow to the vascular part that has broken because of the pressure, so that's what stroke is. The blood is going to the head, to the brain. And then the pressure is too much, it breaks some of the pipes. If it breaks the pipe, of course, the body will try to adjust and create other pipes. But when it creates it, this was a new pipes now, the pressure will break it again. So if somebody, the person has something like a stroke and their mouth and their hand is weak, and then it recovers. The recovery is coming from the fact that the brain, the body tries to fix the problem. But what created the problem is still there, man. So if you're in your house and that thing, you happen like you come and stay in your house, you don't know see it in your potential. It will break it again. When you have 2 things like that, that's your hitting the brain is a very vital organ. That's see the way God repeated it. Every other thing is covered by skin. Every other thing is covered by skin. You reach brain, they put a brain. That's the important. This whole thing is the function is to cover the brain and protect it. But you still found a way to go and look for your brain. You still found a way to take trouble to your brain by hypertension. So it's worse for people even know that they have. Then you go and check your BP sometimes. When you go to the doctor, most times you check your BP first, the vital signs. That's what they call it. So you go there, they show you this in his hand. Every time you do it. Again, all the life you have lived, 40 years, all the life you have lived, 30 years, all the life you have lived, 50 years, people live up to 8, 9. You're supposed to live the same number of years again. plus the one you have lived already. Look at how long you have lived. I used to say, anything, that's how you know how long you have lived. You know how far away it is when you were still a small boy. Check. Plus all the activities. Sometimes you start to you check when you were in a particular class, in a particular season in your life. In school, check. When you get much younger, check. And see, look at how far away it is. That's how much life you have lived. And you're living that same length of life again and fresh. And you're going to do that whole length with one heart. You want that heart to be as healthy as possible. Of course, at the end of the day, aging, because of micro years and tears over time, it has to get that natural heart. But you don't want to do it too early. Everybody's heart is having 120 millimeter mercury of pressure. Your own is having 200. So you're driving at two times, you're using the heart at two times, increase your own when you're young. That's what hypertension technically means. You're 30, but you're actually 70. Because you're using the degree of where the heart is facing. It's just like two persons using one heart. Whereas the heart was sand down. So let us to before one is beforehand. If you have somebody you want to listen to, let me talk to them like share that this video and then put me on the call with them.